Hi everyone, today's video will talk about jumbled paragraphs and type in the answer type of questions. CAT 2015 introduced this new concept called type in the answer, in which you don't have to mark an option but you have to actually input an answer. So for DI, data interpretation, and problem solving, you can put in numbers. But what happens in verbal? Let's see how type in the answer TITA, let's call it that, came in the verbal section. In the verbal section, there were 4 questions of jumbled paragraphs that were of TITA type, 3 summaries and 3 irrelevant sentences. Now before we understand how it works, let's see examples for each of them. Here is a summary example. As you can see, you have the paragraph and you have 4 summaries. In type in the answer, you just have to type which of the summaries was actually an answer, which is more or less similar to marking an option. Let's look at another example for irrelevant sentence. Again, in irrelevant sentence, if you know the type, you have 4 sentences, out of which one does not belong to the paragraph or passage, and you have to find that sentence and input it in the answer. Again, this is very similar to marking an option. So both summaries and irrelevant sentence are not exactly typing in an answer. You just mark one of the sentences or one of the summaries as an answer. Now let's look at jumbled paragraphs. In jumbled paragraphs, you actually have 4 sentences and you don't have options that tell you, okay, is it this order or that order or that order? You have to find the order by yourself and then input that order. Hence, in some sense, jumbled paragraphs is more a TITA question than any of the others. So what are the implications for us? As I said, summaries and irrelevant sentence are pseudo-TITA. They are not really type in the answer. But the implication here is that attempting these questions are very, very good because there are no negative marking for these questions. If you know, the TITA questions have no negative marking, whether it is DI or problem solving or verbal section. If you attempt a TITA question and you get it wrong, no problem, there is no negative marking. So please ensure that you attempt these question types for TITA. Now, as far as jumbled paragraphs are concerned, since they are truly a TITA question, what it means is that if you have 4 sentences, you have 24 possibilities, and if you have 5 sentences in your jumbled paragraph, then there are 120 possibilities, right? Basic math, I'm sure you have done this for your mathematics section. So, are we rewarded for looking at 24 possibilities or 120 possibilities? No, of course not. The marks for jumbled paragraphs are the same as those for the other questions. So, my sense is that you should not spend too much time on jumbled paragraphs question. Get 1 or 2 links and mark or input some answer that you feel right, or do this towards the end. Do not spend too much time on jumbled paragraphs right at the beginning, because you are not rewarded for going through 24 possibilities or 120 possibilities, right? So I hope this video helped you in deciding how to handle TITA for verbal. See you soon.